When I say there goes nothing, I mean there goes nothing. Shit. Hello. I finally got the right day of the week to do this, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I botched up yesterday. Is that your mom?
Carrie,
Hi.
I'm at the show.
Hi. Good to
Nice
see
to
you.
see you.
So, I guess you know sort of what I'm doing. I'm going to be writing an article for the magazine. Maybe, I don't even know if you've ever heard of it. It's called the Syncopated Times, and it's a jazz magazine. So I've written a few for them before, and I thought since I was going to the festival anyway, I offered to do a story about it. So that's
That's cool.
so I was there Friday and Saturday, and I thought I'd just start by asking you if you how good a time you had this weekend. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was really great. I had a lot of fun, especially listening to them because a lot all of their musicians were like really good.
Yeah, it's a lot of people I think were surprised by it because the teaching method that they've been learning with I think is very different. Except for Dr. Rudnick is trying to do the same thing.
Hmm.
Did you host any of the musicians over the weekend?
Yes, I did. I hosted Pau Garcia,
Oh,
the
okay.
pianist.
Okay, yeah, he's one of the newer members of the band,
Hmm.
but he's doing great. Uh, and well, I saw you at the rehearsal on Friday, and that's when I was really impressed. And um, so that's why I wanted to talk to you a little about it. Uh, so when did you? I guess I'll go back to the beginning. When did you start playing violins or taking it up?
Well, I technically started when I was 5. Pretty much just like learning to finally learning to play some songs. But when I was 2, that's when I kind of started to learn more of the technique.
No. Did you say two?
Yes.
Okay. That's new on me. Uh,
I'm a violinist too, so I taught her how to hold the bow, hold the violin. That kind
uh-huh.
of stuff when she was really little, and then she had a teacher outside of me when she was 5.
And when you started taking lessons or starting to learn to play real music, was that mostly classical kind of music or because that's
Yes, it was.
yeah, I always thought that was kind of too bad that a lot of kids who start playing certain instruments like violin or piano, they're always shown like classical music to learn instead of some other types like jazz, and they usually have to kind of discover jazz later, even though they've been learning all along with classical. Was so that was the case with you also,
Yes.
and when did you first? How did you end up as part of the Jazz Academy?
Uh, I actually remember auditioned online during COVID for Dr. Magnet. So how did I get into the audition? Her music teacher at school asked that she be evaluated for giftedness in music, and Dr. Rednick set up a kind of a video audition with a panel, and so she played for him, and then he called us immediately that night and told us he wanted her to be a part of his group.
Didn't take much convincing, I guess, huh? um, well, my phone's ringing. I'm just gonna let it go. Uh, how did you feel about? I mean, have you heard, did you listen or hear much jazz before that? Because maybe a lot of young people don't really, you know, discover it on their own. Uh, so how is it that you went from, started to learn jazz, and what did you think at first? Did you like it, or did it take some getting used to before?
Uh, so when I first was introduced to it, like I thought it was like a great opportunity, and I was pretty excited to do it. It was a little bit unusual for me, definitely like nothing what I was used to, and it honestly took like a little bit more than a year to fully kind of grasp the full concept of it, I
Yeah.
guess.
But the music itself, is it something that you thought that you kind of liked right away, or um I don't mean like in a technical way. I mean just listening to it the way you would listen to anything else.
Uh, I thought it was like pretty decent at first,
Okay.
but then like not until I really started to like uh be more used to it did I really start to like it.
Yeah. Um, I saw pictures when I was trying to find a way to connect with you, Betsy Joe, of you playing in a, it looked like a classical concert in a concert hall or something. Can you tell me a little bit about what that was?
Yeah, so it was a competition that my private teacher helped me work on. I had done it 2 or 3 years in the past, uh, like before COVID hit, and then they didn't do it anymore. But when it came back up this year, I decided to do it again, where I tried playing all three movements of a certain song, and I won first place for one of the movements, so I got to play that with an orchestra in the concert hall.
Cool. Uh, what what kind of differences do you think there are between learning classical and learning jazz? Um, is it like the improvising that you had to get used to because you kind of really have to think on your feet and make something up as you go along? Uh, did that was that a problem at first? A little
Uh,
difficult to.
it wasn't much of a problem. Uh, I think it just like took uh more of like the feel and the improvisation because I
Hmm,
was not confident on my improvising when I first started jazz.
yeah.
But yeah,
Well, yeah. I guess even though it looks like it should be easy to just come up with something on the spot, whatever you feel like playing. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm not a musician, so I can't really say, well, I know what you mean exactly because I can really only observe and listen, you know. So I would guess that it is a little trickier than it might seem to,
mm-hmm,
people watching
definitely.
it. So I did see you at the rehearsal. Were you in the concert on Saturday night?
Uh, I performed with my junior high jazz combo before the concert, but the concert was mainly for the big bands that Dr. Rudnick helps teach.
Yeah.
But I haven't been able to be in one this year because of a busy schedule, so I wasn't able to
Oh.
perform.
Well, you made it to the jam session anyway. Um,
Hmm.
did you have a good time with that?
Yeah, I had a really good time. It was so fun.
Did you get to talk? I mean, did you other with the other kids from Barcelona? Did you get a chance to hang out with them and talk with them and get to know them a little?